Hello friends, you're with the Lonesome Gamer, and I'm playing Eldritch Horror. And it's looking much worse now compared to the beginning of the last video. Two of my investigators have gone insane. Leo Anderson and especially Diana Stanley. It's a shame that we lost her. She was so great. I think I made a mistake at the very end. I think I moved the Doom track 2 spaces per defeated investigator instead of 1 space. So I moved it now 2 spaces back. It was at 9, and I think I started the turn at 14 or something. So that was pretty brutal, and I'm pretty sure that I moved it 2 spaces instead of 1 space, because otherwise I don't see how that could have happened. I somehow thought that it was 2 spaces, but I reread the rules now, and it says only 1 space forward when an investigator is defeated. And we might actually have the chance to bring it back. So there is not all hope lost yet. Now, our new characters are Sister Mary here. She starts with the holy water. She starts down here in Cape Town. He looks a little like a guy. Well, on the back, not so much, but okay. And so she's got an action here, test will. For each success, you or another investigator on any space may discard 1 madness condition. And then we have you and other investigators on your space add 1 to the result of each die rolled as part of a bane or boon condition effect. Well, I definitely wasn't sure what that meant, but I checked on BGG, and it's basically the effect like this: roll 1 die on a 4, 5, or 6, discard this card. So if you can add 1 on these die rolls here. It's not that you can add 1 to all the die rolls that you do during tests or so, because that's what I was hoping for first. Okay, and the other lady is Wendy Adams. And I can choose a trinket asset of my choice. So that's from the... I could take this one. I'm going to go through the discard pile. Maybe I'll find something there. Once per round, if you would gain a non-deal condition or an impairment token, you may choose to not gain that condition or impairment token instead. That could be helpful. Oh, it's probably going to be helpful. And yeah, that's it. Let's see what she can use. The elusive condition and a clue. I'm going to get that. And she starts up here, by the way. And yeah, that's her miniature. The orphan. No, it says the urchin. What does that mean? But I think, yeah, as far as the state was concerned, Wendy had to be placed in an orphanage. Her father was gone and her mother was insane. Yeah, well, okay. So let's set up these 2 characters. Okay, so what is my plan now? Well, still we have to kill the world render here. To do that, we need Diana's stuff. So we gotta get to her here in Buenos Aires. And luckily, Wendy, oh no, that's Sister Mary, can get there in 1 action. So she's gonna do that, and then grab the stuff here in Buenos Aires. From there on, she wants to travel here. She can do that like this. And then in the next turn she can move here, and then she has one action left. And that's now... then she's going to discard the Holy Water, I guess, which would give her a blessed condition. That's pretty good. Diana, and that was what actually drove her mad. She gained that shriveling spell. That's very, very strong against this guy here, because simply by using an action you can cause 2 damage. The problem is now I only have 1 action left if I get there with Sister Mary, and then I have to choose, do I want to do the 2 damage with the shriveling spell, or do I want to gain a blessed condition first? And I think I want to take that condition first, because discarding this also counts as an action. It's a tough choice, but I think because I have to face this guy, I prefer to take that condition. And then, let's see, Rex Murphy, he's kind of stuck here at the moment. He might consider moving to Antarctica, because he's got a treasure map there, and maybe that helps. I'm not sure what that gives you, but it is maybe an option, and he could get there. So, yeah, not sure yet, but it's possible. Wendy Adams, so she's sitting up here, and it would be nice to go here and then grab the carbine rifle of Leo. Problem here is we got these 2 monsters sitting there. And by the way, there is the flying polyp, and a comment said that, it says here, move this monster to the nearest space containing a gate. So a comment said that this monster, if it is on a gate, he's not going to move anymore. So I don't know if I really want to do that, actually. It seems a little silly to me. I think it's more interesting if this thing kind of flies around. So I want to leave it the way I interpret it first. It might not be according to the rules. It seems that in a BGG thread they decided that this thing should not move if it is already on a gate, but I simply prefer to play it the other way. So yeah, that's what I want to do. The thing is that Wendy, she got an elusive condition. During the encounter phase, you may test observation. If you pass, you may choose an encounter as if there are no monsters on your space. So that could be the way to get to the carbine rifle of Leo. And maybe also somehow a way to close the gate. Okay. Let's see. Joe is a little bit in trouble here because he's nearly insane. He's delayed and he's sitting on that space here with 2 monsters. So he cannot move away. That means he has to encounter these 2 monsters. And that is a big problem. Let's see, the doppelganger should be okay. He should be able to do that if he's a little bit lucky. But this sucker here, oh boy, I'm not sure if he can do that. He only has, I'm pretty sure this is the one that will actually kill him and drive him insane. That will be probably our next casualty here. So that's not good at all. I mean, yeah, there is nothing I can do. I mean, I cannot go here, try to somehow move the monster or something. I'm just too far away with everyone and they're all delayed. So this is not looking good at all for this poor guy here. Okay, now let's start the game. Who wants to go first? I'm going to go with Wendy. So she simply moves here, first preparing for travel, then moving here. Second is Joe Diamond. Well, he simply stands up. Third is then Sister Mary. Yeah. Oh, actually, shit, I wanted to start. Nah, well, it doesn't matter. Okay, so she's going to go last then. Or not last. So we start with Wendy Adams. I kind of messed this up. So where does she want to go now? I mean, she could move in here, trying to close this gate. If she uses the elusive option. Oh, and she can still get a trinket asset. Let's see what I find there. So yeah, I think I want to use Wendy now and move with her to the pyramids, trying to close this gate here. And Joe stands up. Sister Mary moves now here. And Rex Murphy is also allowed to stand up. That's it. Then we have our encounters. And Wendy has to pass this elusive test. So an observation test here. She's got 4 dice and she better make this. And yes, she does. So now she can try to close the gate. And that goes into the past. You find yourself in Providence, Rhode Island, over 60 years ago. The police have surrounded what looks like a church. Resolve the pass effect to help the police, or resolve the fail effect to protect the church. Okay, it seems here we need to know... We need to do a lore check, which isn't so great. And here we have to do a strength check, which is even worse. So I'm going to go with the lore check and hope for the best. After the police arrest the cult's leader, he demands to speak to you about arcane secrets. So we got to roll 2 dice. Come on. And we didn't make it. Shit. If you fail, you are disheartened by your own weakness, impair will. That's a great start. But once per round, if you would gain a non-deal condition or an impairment token, you may choose not to gain that condition. Okay, so at least nothing happened here. Very good. Joe, yeah, that's now the interesting part. I mean, before I go insane, maybe I can at least kill the doppelganger. That would be very helpful. Okay, we have to do an observation test. So we got 3 dice and we need 1 success, otherwise we would go insane. We can reroll a die because of the Bible. No, that's not true, because it's an observation test. So these 3 dice have to do it. And we made it. We made it. There's our success. So we can now fight the guy. And that means we're pretty good there. So it's a +3. Makes it a 7. And 1 additional die. So we got 8 dice. And -1 brings it again down to 7 dice. And we only have to do 2 more damage. So that could be actually possible. And we made it. We made it easily. 3 successes. So we don't take any damage and we managed to kill the doppelganger. This is very, very good. At least something here. Because this guy was always a threat. Advancing the doom. This guy is gone. Fantastic. Now comes the bad part. The really bad part. The flying polyp. And I'm pretty sure this guy will drive us insane. So we have a will of 3. We can reroll one of them, but we have to subtract 1, so we only have 2. And we only have 1 single will sanity left. Very, very bad situation here. We need 2 successes. Okay, we got 1. Hey, that's a start, right? We can reroll this one. So we have a chance to make it. Oh, come on, please. Fuck! That's it. It's over. This guy also died. Oh, he didn't. Well, he went insane. Oh, that's a shame, man. He was a good fighter. He really was. Yeah, that's this flying polyp. This is ugly as hell. So there are now 2 insane people lying here in Shanghai. Shit. We definitely want to go here and try to... Oh man. Doom token goes 1 step further. And this goes away. So we got to draw at the end a new investigator. Let's finish this turn. We go with Sister Mary. She's in Buenos Aires. And she's visiting poor Diana Stanley in the asylum, I guess. It's obviously Diana, but she claims to be a woman named Iris who has lived in this city her whole life. In her trash you find Diana's things, gain all of her possessions. It's clear that she has disassociated from her former life. You share all of her memories of Diana to restore her identity. All of your memories of Diana to restore her identity. Okay, let's hope I can do that. Bad thing is we only have an influence of 2. Still, we want to try that. And we didn't make it. Still, I think I wanna spend the clue token here, because that would allow me to retreat the doom by 1 step. Ah, fuck! That was close, man, but I didn't make it. Shit, that's a shame. If you fail, Diana sternly asks you to leave her alone. Whether you pass or not, discard her investigator token. Okay, well, there she goes. Sorry, Diana, I tried it, but I failed. So we got now all her stuff, which is a ton. Sadly not the improvement tokens, but still. And that's what we actually need to to fight the world renderer. The problem is, with all these cool spells and so, I mean, she's simply not as good. She only has a lore of 2. Diana had a lore of 5. And also the mask is not so useful with her. Actually, it's not useful at all. We might give it to someone of the other guys, maybe. Still, the spear is cool, this Wachwarei chant is great, and wow, there's a ton of stuff here, man, insane. Okay, finally it's Rex Murphy, and he's also on the verge to madness here, so, boy, this is all looking really bad. He's on the sea. Use signal to a naval craft and demand to speak to the captain. So we need some influence here. Well, we got a good influence of 5 actually. We're still cursed, of course. And that's also the reason why we didn't make it. But we can use the lucky talisman and re-roll all the dice. And this time we made it. If you passed, he believes your story. Gain 1 agency secrets, unique assets. Okay, that wasn't a very good encounter phase. We've lost another guy. We didn't manage this one. We didn't manage to close the gate. And now we draw another Mythos card and see what comes up here. Oh, fuck that. You see the tentacles, that's already enough for me to feel bad. So this goes 1 space ahead here, and that means we have here a gate and another one here. Oh boy. So this moves down here, which means that this shit is triggered. Wow. Okay, let's do that right away. So we draw one of these. Meteors fall on Istanbul. The rain of fiery stones shatters the city's marble columns and collapses its domes. The meteorite's thunderous barrage soon reduces the city to rubble. Each investigator in Istanbul loses 5 health and 3 sanity and gains 2 injury conditions. Wow, that was close. I mean, she was just traveling through. Istanbul is devastated. Okay. Crazy. That was close. Now this token goes away. Then we continue with the trigger here. And first we go now with this guy. And he moves to the closest gate, so he moves here. At least that's how I want to do that. On a 1 or 2, we have to advance the doom here. Okay, same applies. Wait a second. For this one here, the Dark Young, a 1 or 2. And finally for the World Renderer. Okay. Then we got this one here. What is that? Move the monster 2 spaces towards the nearest investigator. Then each investigator on this space loses 1 health. Okay, let's see. I mean, that's 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3 herbs. So I guess it moves here. Okay. That means the guy will show up here in the next space and is also a threat. Shit, that's not good at all. Oh boy. that's it with the monsters. Now we come to the old one. Another problem. Everybody loses 2 health or sanity. That means Rex Murphy is completely on the limit here. Wendy Adams, I guess we can do it that way. Well, Joe Diamond is already dead. And I'm gonna give Linda 4 in combat. Yeah, probably. Ah, shit, I'm not sure. Maybe 5-5. Okay, so now let's see what these give us. Test lore -1. So, because of these arcane manuscripts, we have so we end up with 2 dice here. And we made it, at least something. So that's 1 success. The shadow that was meant to protect you suddenly begins suffocating you. Lose 1 health and 1 sanity unless you discard this card. Yeah, I guess I want to do that. So, shit. There it goes. Then, the mind's eye. 3 dice here. And we got 2 successes. That's not bad. Your mind has been pushed past its breaking point. Gain 1 madness condition. That's not good. But I can get rid of these guys, so that's a good thing. But yeah, that's at least something. Okay, I ended up with a despair condition. When you perform a rest action, you cannot recover sanity. Flip this card. Then we have the forced learning. So we also have to go for lore here. And we got a success. The magic puts a constant strain on your psyche. Lose 1 sanity. That's not good. That's not good at all. Actually, yeah. I really wonder, but I cannot reroll this, no. Okay. So, and that's it for her. This guy might get rid of the cursed condition if he's lucky. And it seems so. A 4 is enough. That means he can gain a clue, 1 skill of your choice. And by the way, I think before that happens, everybody loses all its clues. Yeah, exactly, because of that. And all the clues go away. But that means also that he can now keep 1 clue, or gets 1 clue, a new one, and all the others go away from the board. Yeah. All clues are removed from the board, and all investigators lose all their clues. But this one, technically, he gains after the activation of the Mythos card. And then we also get another monster here. What? Oh, shit. Wait a minute. Yeah, got another monster on space 19. That's a ghoul. Okay, that guy is not too bad at least. And finally we have the back injury here. So we got to test strength. We got 4 dice here. Oh, wait a minute. No, the guy is already dead. Okay, no more problems with his back injury. Actually, he's insane, but anyway. Then we got to spawn a new gate. Oh, and I can improve a skill here, by the way. I wonder which one, the strength or the will. Maybe the will is more important. I'm nearly crazy already. So I'm gonna give me another will. And then the gate, the heart of Africa, down there, and another monster. That's a red gate. And oh, fuck that, a duel. This is very bad. If it is activated, move the monster. Oh god. This is the same, this is horrible. Now it really comes all together. This is the same as the fire vampire. They will end up probably all here. And that means all here on the pyramids. Now what I might try to do is, I might consider maybe I find a way to lure her away somehow, but I don't think I can make that. So they will all end up here at the pyramids. And this is of course absolutely terrible. Gaze of Gatanothoa. Even an image of this ancient god will instantly mummify all who behold it. Its victims live for torturous eons, their brains perfectly preserved in their new leathery form, unable to move or speak. The lead investigator loses all of his health, unless investigators as a group spend 2 clues. This health loss cannot be prevented. Oh, fuck it. There goes Wendy. What a horrible, horrible, horrible ongoing of events we have here. Unbelievable. So, yeah, she dies. Great. This game is not for the faint-hearted. Oh boy. Huh? If we continue like this, losing every turn to investigators, pretty rough. Oh wow. Oh boy. So here I'm now actually at the point where I have this feeling that I often have about this game. I think it is much too luck-based and it can be so unfair sometimes. In Arkham I think you have much more control about things and it feels more balanced to me. Here, you know, wow, it can just blow you away in a single turn and that's it then. But okay, whatever, we're gonna push through here and grab the next 2 guys, right? Okay, so we got 2 new investigators. We have here Ursula Downs. And she's an explorer. Move 1 space along an uncharted path, then perform 1 additional action. And Once per round, you or another investigator on your space may spend one less focus to pay for an effect. I'm not sure what that actually means. I mean, I don't know any effect except re-rolling a die, but yeah, I have no idea what that means. We'll find out if there is somewhere. Maybe I gotta check that on BGG. I don't know what that means. But the first ability is already pretty good, I think. And let me see where we have her. Yeah, that's... Is it? Yeah, that's her. Ursula Downs. I have no idea what she wears in her hand, actually. Looks like a... I don't know, some kind of tire or something. Okay, now where does she start? She starts in the heart of Africa. She has a mineralogy research asset, and she improves one skill of her choice. So we want to do that, and maybe will might improve will, possibly. So we start with her here. And we have here this asset. After resolving a general encounter or an expedition encounter on a wilderness space, you may examine the area's soil. If you pass, gain 2 clues and discard this card. That's a nice advantage. The other guy is Silas Marsh. And as an action, move 1 space along a ship path, then perform 1 additional action. If you are on a sea space, investigators on your space roll 1 additional die when resolving tests. He's a pretty good fighter. He starts with 8 health, only 4 sanity. But still, so let's see what we have here. Oh shit, and I forgot to check the other side. He starts with a fishing net. Well, let's see what that helps. So, you may reroll 1 die when resolving a strength test during a combat encounter. Reduce the damage of monsters you encounter by 1 to a minimum of 1. That's very good. And this is his miniature. And we're starting in Sydney. So, we have a new plan. My main idea is now, and I think it's looking now a little better. These guys are pretty good for what we want to do. Just have to be careful that I don't mess this up. Okay. Let me see. Well, first of all, I want to move with Sister Mary. Let me see. That's kind of cool. I got this thing here. Okay. So, here's the thing. I'm going to travel with her right here. Then I'm going to spend my my ship token, my ship ticket, and then move here. And as a second action, I'm gonna discard the holy water and get a blessed condition. And I really hope that I'm not gonna lose that right away. That would be just horrible. But she's got that special ability which allows her to add 1 for these rolls, so she would actually only lose it if she rolls a 1. Okay. Then I'm going to move Rex Murphy. And actually I already see a problem here. No, I'm fine. I guess I'm fine. Yeah, okay, I'm going to move Rex Murphy here. And I'm not sure what I actually want to do there. I could try to do this agency secrets thing. Or I could try to get a few assets. Maybe that's even a better idea. So, yeah, let's say I want to do that. I could get up to a value of 4 assets. So, I think I'm going to grab me all this shit here. The Chief Inspector, the 38 revolver, and the news report. And that will actually spawn 3 clues. The 38 revolver gives me +2 during fighting. I think that's better than the blunderbuss. And the Chief Inspector gives me a +1 for observation tests. Wait a second, I'm sorry, I'm not going to do that. What's more important for me is I want to rest. I think this is not mine, so yeah, that's very important, that's vital actually. Okay, yeah, otherwise I might be dead in the next turn and I cannot afford this. So, fine. Ursula Downs. Okay, now she can move 1 space along an uncharted path and then perform an additional action. So basically, she can simply move like this and then move here to Sister Mary. And that was 1 action. Well, action. It was this action here. And now they can trade. So I will give her the Holy Spear. And is there anything else that I want? I don't... Well, she has a better lore value. Maybe I should give her all the spells. That might, on the other hand, The other lady has the blessed condition. Yeah, I'm going to leave it with her, I guess. Okay. Yeah, I think I'm going to leave the stuff with her. Does she need all that? Hard to tell. It is really hard to tell. I mean, yeah, I guess I'm good. Okay, so she only gets these 2 items, or only the Holy Spear. The rest remains with her. Yeah. And finally it's Silas Marsh. And he can move... Okay, he's gonna try to... He's simply going to do a focus action. And then he moves these 2 spaces. He can do that because of his special addition, this action, a ship path, and then he can move another ship path. So he ends up here, and I want to get Joe Diamond's stuff there. And maybe if I'm lucky, I can I can reduce retreat the doom track. Okay, we come to the encounter phase now, and we start here in the wilderness with Sister Mary. The wind shifts direction briefly, and you catch the scent of something that's been tracking you. You look for a way to throw whatever it is off your trail. So we got to roll the observation. We got 3 dice. Yeah, no additional stuff, but we're blessed, so we can use these dice now. And we fucked up. Great. If you fail, it continues to pursue you. Fuck. Lose 1 sanity and gain a hunted condition. Oh boy. That's not good at all. That's a really bad start. But okay, this is life. A hunted condition. This one here. When you perform a travel action, you may roll 1 die. On a 5 or 6, discard this card. Okay, well. Now it's Rex Murphy. He's sitting in Buenos Aires. At the hospital you find a bold old man with leathery skin and a flat face. He speaks very slowly, but his story is fascinating. You may become delayed to gain 2 spells as he recounts all the details of his time worshipping the father of serpents. Yeah, I don't want to be delayed, so that's not going to happen. Ursula Downs, also in the wilderness. The farmers do not like strangers, but you try to earn their trust. So that's only 2 dice. Well, we made it. If you pass, they shared tales from generations ago. Gain 1 treasure map, unique asset, and 1 task, unique asset.